Hello, everyone. Welcome to this impromptu Source Gaming anniversary stream. On the 18th of 11 years ago, Source Gaming was founded. Now, you may be wondering, it's the 17th right now. If you live where I do, which is America, and that's correct. However, I'm busy tomorrow, and it is technically the 18th already in Japan, and that is where our founder lives. It's the 11th anniversary. Okay, so I'm just gonna hop over to our usual layout, and we're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna have some discussions. If I can get the chat box working, I need to refresh the source. Oop. The talker. Oh no, why is the chat so big? Font size 26. Okay, we'll see if that works. Alright, so I figured today we would just do a short little Q&A. You guys can ask questions, and if I can answer them, I'll answer them. About Source Gaming, and questions about other stuff, I'll answer if I can answer them. Depends them. And we're going to talk a little bit about some upcoming projects and what we've been up to, because I notice that a few of you have been asking, hey, what's Source Gaming doing? Where's the next roster stream? I'm like, it happens when it happens. So let's see. I'm just gonna answer questions from our Source Gaming channel on the Discord right now. Let's get a little change of a BGM real quick. I'm gonna do this one. DM me? Okay. It was quiet. A little quieter. Alright, Koishi Fumo Funny Moments says, thoughts on Flandre Fumo Gaming. It's a little picture of a Flandre Fumo Gaming. This would be great if I had my monitor up. Let me put the funny monitor on and then regret my decisions. Fumo. Let me just... Yeah, but there it is. There's the Flandre Fumo Gaming. Not watched that video on Limited Run Games. I do know that they're not very good. Not a very good service. They continually overpromise and underdeliver, and they skimp out on stuff. I don't know if I should be discussing this, but I will anyway. The Shantae GBA release. Oh, chat's goofy. Oh, I think I have 2 chats on right now. My bad. Fixed it. Thank you. I know we have so like the Shantae Advance release from Limited Run Games. They used very old GBA cartridges instead of making new ones, like repros, and some have reported that their Shantae Advance games have come in not working, and they had to like clean them, or they just didn't work at all. That's kind of terrible. Okay, next question. We've got Cartboy asking, a Shadow Link, will you come back to save me when the zombie apocalypse happens? Now, like, coming back, do you mean, like, me as a zombie, like, helping you out? Because, like, I think that'd be kinda sick, actually. So, yes, I will come back as a zombie to save you. Don't shoot me. Jared, Anonymous Anon asks, to Source Gaming Crew, when might the next roster stream be? I am still open to helping on any topic, Transformers or otherwise. Also, it's been 6 months since the Mario Kart 9 wishlist, and I'm having withdrawals on the edge of my seat. Happy 11 years to Source Gaming, and here's to many more. Thank you, Jared. So the roster streams have been on a bit of a hiatus because of burnout. We went through a lot of topics that we were very passionate on, or topics that we were interested in covering, and because we did one a month, it led to kind of this Ouroboros of, oh, we gotta do the next one. Everyone gets their stuff done, either like they're invested in it and they do it, or they do it the night before, and that's like not exactly a productive way to handle that. It will be coming back. Rosters will be coming back. Right now I can't speak on it because one of our rosterers is away right now, so I'll talk with them about that when they get back, but we'll figure that one out. Let me pull up my monitor real quick to make sure that I'm not peaking the audio, because I checked the audio levels beforehand, but I can never be too sure. Favorite Flan Fumo gif. Also from Koishi Fumo, Funny Moments. Now, it's gonna blow your mind. Watch this. Watch this, okay? Ooh, got him. This one. Oh, Cody, I'm glad that our content has helped, and thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. When's Rate That Character 2? They gotta announce a new Smash game first, my friends. That's I'm not saying it's off the cards, but it's off the cards right now. You know. Okay, that might be it for questions. I don't know. If anybody has any more questions, you can go ahead and send them in the chat right now. No, we don't do it for any game. So I pushed back heavily on doing multi-versus content. Cartboy, I answered that question. I said, I will come back as a zombie to save you. You better not shoot me when that happens. Yeah, so a little behind the scenes peek beyond the curtain, but because we did Smash, we considered covering other platform fighters, and we have on our website, we have some articles on Multiverses and Nickelodeon All-Stars Battle Royale, whatever it's called. I think that's the PlayStation game's name. I'm gonna pretend that I said it right, but yeah, Multiverses, we talked about doing more content on Multiverses, and Bullet Dodge, that game sure didn't last. My indifference became foresight. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's talk about some content that's on the way. we've got a lot of content on our website right now, and I know a lot of our YouTube viewers don't exactly check the website regularly, so I'm going to drop sourcegaming.info in the chat. This is our website. There are some people who don't make videos for our channel who post on the website instead, like Hamada, Cartboy in chat, and Wolfman, and they do some fantastic work. We also have guest features, and some of our other staff also write articles on there that don't end up becoming videos or do end up becoming videos. But we are kind of in the process of improving the website because it's on a very old layout. The website hasn't really changed a lot in the last few years, and it's kind of showing its age, and we're working on improving it and just making it more viewable. Oh, hello. I'm doing fine. If you have questions, you can ask them. Preferably about Source Gaming. I am just checking some things. Okay, so we got some content on our way. We've got a lot of content from Cartboy. They sent me a whole list of things that they're working on, including some new Beat the backlogs, where they beat a game in their backlog and they write a very in-depth and interesting article about them. I do enjoy reading those. I enjoy making images for them sometimes. And also Character Chronicle. I enjoy making images for those too. Nintendox is not here right now because it's very late in England and he is probably asleep. But yeah, Character Chronicle, there's 4 in production right now. Level With Me, where he talks about the level design in a certain level. There's 4 of those. Hello, welcome to the stream. And a little something extra that they're working on that may or may not come out. I wasn't inspired to get into gaming. I just played The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and then I kept playing video games after that. Okay. And that's from Cartboy. We got some articles headed your way. I'm gonna put in chat. There is... You think Donkey Kong would be a good Source Gaming staff member? Like, the video game character, right? That'd be cool. I'm gonna post in chat right now. This is our Super Mario Brothers Super Poll. If you haven't filled this out already, it won't take too long. It is ending soon. It's closing by the end of the month, so get in your entries now while you can. Nintendox also wants me to link you to his YouTube page. He's been doing some stuff that doesn't exactly fit on the Source Gaming channel, on his own channel, the Nintendo Chronicler. There's it in chat if you're not subscribed already. Check it out. I'm gonna answer some questions now. You should show it on stream as a visual too? You're asking me to do many things. I'll put the thumbnail on or the logo. I made the logo. I have the logo just like clean. Let me get that. Yeah, a lot of people filled it out already, and we appreciate that. We're just trying to make sure that everybody who wants to fill it out has filled it out. Just gonna search my documents for Mario. I'll find it. We're not going to do a Sonic poll. Usually and this leads into the question that I'm gonna answer now. Is it only Nintendo or cutesy games you all write articles about, or is it diverse when it comes to interest? We have a diverse set of interests. Wolfman did a series last year called Gunmetal Gaming, where they went over a game per month from the year 2009, and they wrote about all sorts of games. They wrote about Plants vs. Zombies, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, which that's a personal favorite of mine. That's a funny game, all right. But yeah, you can check that out on the website. That's cool. Usually we stick to Nintendo, but it's we write about other things too. I am making a video right now for this channel about music in video games and how video games use music. And I'm really getting into it. I am quite enjoying the process because I realized that once I found a few topics to talk about, there's so much more to go through on that. It kind of all just started with me wanting to talk about this localization change that they made to Yakuza 6, where they removed all of the licensed music, and since then I have been expanding it. It's expanding. I can't find the Mario logo. I've been looking forever. I've been told to say that Flandre Fumo fans might have some website content to look forward to. Alright. Okay, next question. Are you relieved that the new Mario Kart is not a Nintendo crossover game? I didn't particularly care. I'm sure there are some people on our staff who are relieved. I think Colin would be. Colin was very against the crossover aspect. I personally, I like a little bit of it there. I like the Link in Mario Kart 8, Animal Crossing, Splatoon. I thought those were nice, but it makes sense as DLC, and I kind of expect them to be DLC racers still. However, like, it still being primarily Mario Kart is preferable for me. And I'm very glad that Cow is playable. That's like a dream come true. Phantom is writing a bit in my DMs, so I'm going to read that off when he is done. Okay, so Wolfman is writing a few pieces right now on Alan Wake 2, Control, Super Mario Odyssey, Symphony of the Night, and Resident Evil. And those should be coming soon. Sorry, APC, I'm keeping up. I'm keeping up. I'm trying to catch up, I mean. Okay. Hello, A Shadowlink from Source Gaming. My question is how Turles is doing. We haven't seen him for a while. Is he safe? Is he comfortable? I hate to tell you, Turles, after a great battle in the war that he went off to, he fell into a ravine, and we haven't seen him since. It's been 6 years since the last Turtle sighting. I'm worried that he may no longer exist. Wait. Hold on. I'm hearing that they found him, and he has lime green hair now. Oh no! I don't have the foresight to make an image for that. There'll be an image later, trust me. Trust me on that. I think Huff is offering to call. Oh god. Okay, we're gonna set up audio in the middle of running a stream. This is gonna go fucking great.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Hello. We got a call in from honorary non-staff member Huff.
Okay, so you know the question I'm going to ask, right?
No, I don't.
All right. So, important question about to be asked right here because I don't think many people here are aware of it. All right, so the annual orangutan.
Hold on.
Or the goblin.
Hold on 1 second. I've been waiting to turn on this layer for months. He's still there.
Good. This is exactly what we needed.
All right, you gotta run through the question. Run through the question for the chat.
All right, so hypothetically, you have to choose one. A shitty genie appears in front of you out of your magic coffee container from Starbucks, and he gives you two options, and you need to pick one. Do you pick the annual orangutan or the goblins? With the goblins, you will anytime you enter a vehicle that has some type of wheelage in it, so whether it be a car, a bike, public transportation as a bus or a train, you need to kill a goblin. A goblin will appear in front of you, and you have to fucking just kill it. Okay, you have to get rid of it. You have to decimate it. Doesn't matter how. You have to kill it in order for the vehicle to work.
You have to slay the goblin.
You have to slay the goblin. That is correct.
Okay.
Or once a year, and you do not know when it will happen, you will just be awoken sometime. You will have an alert happen of the "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?" jingle, and that cues you in that an orangutan is on its way. You must defeat the orangutan because it is on a warpath to kill you.
Yeah.
This question goes for you, chat. Which one do you do? Do you go with
chat.
the goblins or the annual orangutan?
Goblin or annual orangutan?
Can we make a poll? Can we make a poll, chat?
I think I can. I think I can. Okay. Give me a moment. Now I must add that like the annual orangutan spawns somewhere.
You don't know how far away it is.
You don't know where it is. It could potentially not even reach you within the year.
Yeah.
It could
just know
overflow.
that it's on its way.
The annual orangutan can overflow, and there could possibly be multiple at once if it doesn't get to you and you haven't killed it yet.
Okay, we have one for the annual orangutan.
Holy shit. Hold on, I'm
I
getting
like how you
your,
have an orangutan layer, but not a goblin layer.
yeah, I never made the goblin.
Fuck goblins.
Hold on. Let me just real quick.
Wario, send the goblin.
The what? You have a
Deploy the goblin.
pre-prepared? I mean, like, I'm good. I'll just, like, got this. Okay, I got
We
this.
had a goblin prepared at one point. I don't know what happened to him.
No, I got it. Okay. Watch this. This would be a lot funnier if I was faster.
I'm a big fan of, like, oh yeah, we're having a celebration of the anniversary 11th year, and here we are talking about the orangutan and goblin.
Okay, so this is red. This is a bokoblin. However, if I go into filters and I do add filter, color correction, and I drag the hue shift. Ooh, perfect. Flawless.
There we go. I was kind of hoping that you'd fuck it up and the orangutan would turn green. Only the orangutan turns green.
Alright, we got him.
Dude, the goblins
Alright.
have been deployed.
The goblins have been deployed. Okay, engage. Start a poll. Oh my god. I need to remember how to spell orangutan.
I'm pretty sure Jared in chat spelled it right.
Okay. Thank you, Jared in chat. Actually, I don't think that's right.
Oh wait, no, he spelled it right. He just put an unnecessary G at the end.
Okay.
You know, now that I read that out loud, I think almost everybody says orangutan with a G. Like, everybody says orangutan, not orangutan. Honorary silent G.
Okay.
Why does Secret Sauce have a badge? What does the badge do? How do you get the badge?
Post and send points or some shit. Alright, guys. The poll's been made. Orangutan versus pesky gobbles. You guys should play Twilight Princess with the steering wheel. Okay, so we raised money to do that for charity. However, that was... Okay, no. We did raise money to do Twilight Princess. However, so that was 6 years ago, with the last sighting of Turles. And I was much younger and more spirited back then. If I do steering wheel Twilight Princess, which I do plan to do this year, before the end of the year, steering wheel Twilight Princess, it will not be in one sitting. I cannot do that to my body anymore.
I saw somebody bring up, oh yeah, we should do that with Skyward Sword, and I gotta ask, how?
That would be impossible. I don't think that would even be remotely possible.
Yeah, I don't even know how you would be able to do that functionally.
Okay, let's check if let's check the questions again. We got a little carried up. Chat is deciding between the orangutan or the goblins. Let me see. What's your most anticipated game coming out soon? I don't have one. What about you?
let me pull up my. I have a curated list of things that were announced at the summer events this year on my backlog.
Let me,
because I got really bored one day, so I'm gonna see what was actually on that
grab
list.
something real quick. Okay, so all right, a little announcement, because it's already been announced publicly. Huffington here and I are going to be participating in a charity
And
event. And Nintendix. Nintendix is also there. We are going to be participating in a charity event. It is going to be a big video of 100 indie games. And you can find that here on friend of the channel Sten's channel. I gotta shill everything that we're doing recently, because we have been doing stuff. I still need to finish editing your thing. I can probably do that really fast after this.
I think that we're at the part where they're locking things down over there, so
yeah, get it done. Gotta get it done. I finished mine a while ago. Huff finished his. We're just like, he just wants me to polish it up a bit, and I said I could.
Yes, my audio is not great.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Slink, I'm DMing you a list of things from why did it do that? Okay.
If you accidentally delete your save file, does that mean you are the man who erased his game?
Yes.
True. Do you like Marvel? Me, no. Huff, is that a yes and a no?
It depends on Marvel, because Marvel, as all comic companies, fucking inconsistent. Very inconsistent. So it really just comes down to what thing of Marvel it is, you know?
A very big list of games that you have forwarded to me.
Yeah, that's just like a curated list of things that are coming out soon. It hasn't been updated, so like DK is still on there despite being out.
I guess my most anticipated game is... I'm not super keen on it, but it is a Grasshopper game. Romeo is a Dead Man looks neat. Stranger Than Heaven, I hope, if it's not Supernatural, I will play Stranger Than Heaven. If it is Supernatural, I'm staying away from it. I don't trust the Yakuza developers with anything that is less than grounded, because Christ.
My interpretation from what I saw is that it's like, it has some supernatural elements, but it's not supernatural, if that makes sense. Like, it just has
I think it's just stylistic. I think it's
I think it's just
to be
stylistic,
that the
and there's
protagonist
like
is
two
mixed race. I think the protagonist is mixed race, and you're going to follow him across a century. I hope that's what it is, because if it's actually like time travel, I have no interest whatsoever in that. Okay, Phantom sent to me the stuff that they're working on. They are working on a coverage of the they're working on a video called Preservation Station Ridge Racer, and they're going to be talking about the different versions of Ridge Racer, original game. They also put up a review of a survival horror game on the website. I'll link that here. And they would like people to watch their Final Fantasy 16 review, which is on our channel. If you have the time, give it a watch.
Scrolling through the list of things that I'm interested in, I would say probably as of now, the ones I'm the most interested in are Keeper by Double Fine, the Psychonauts developers. Screenbound, which is a platformer by an indie developer in which you swap between 2D and 3D gameplay. And then, of course, shout out to the homies over at Remedy Entertainment with Control 2. Doesn't matter what they do, I'm always there for Remedy. They always nail it.
I don't... as of now, there are no plans to celebrate the 11th anniversary, other than this stream and some posts that will be made tomorrow. This is the celebration. The annual Orangutan stream is the celebration. I'm glad you all are here to join us and just like chill and talk about it though, because it's been a while and I don't like leaving people hanging, waiting for stuff. Speaking of leaving people hanging and waiting for stuff and things that are 5 years out, I haven't continued the Zelda retrospective since the April Fool's video where I actually covered the CDI games. And that's a plan for the future. I have content prepared and assets made for the 3rd and 4th and 5th videos in the retrospective, not counting the CDI games because, yeah. And no plans after that. I don't know if so I started the Zelda retrospective with like a passion for the series, and that passion has dwindled because of recent installments in the Zelda series, and I don't want to force enthusiasm when it's not there. And I love Link's Awakening, and I love Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and then Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword. I love a lot of games in the Zelda series, but I also don't have strong feelings on some games. Like the Oracle games, I think they're fine. I don't have very strong feelings other than that the Goron dance game is... Whoever made that minigame is a very cruel and sadistic person. But like, it's hard to make these videos, and especially when I've lost passion for the Zelda series in general. I would still like to make videos about Link's Awakening and Ocarina of Time. The reason I haven't continued the Zelda retrospective is because there's a game before that, and A Link to the Past is a game I don't have strong feelings on. I think it's a good game, and I like some of the music from it, a lot of the music from it. I said some of, like, hesitantly, because there's one song in the game that I really hate, and it's the Dark World dungeon theme, because it is so monotonous, and it plays for 7 of the game's dungeons. Or is it 8? I don't remember. It's one of the two numbers. But yeah.
I think it's 7, and then the 8th is Ganon.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, because the 8th maiden is Zelda. That makes sense. But yeah, the Dark World dungeon theme is so bad. I'm so glad that Link Between Worlds just has unique music for every Dark World dungeon, because I think I would have gone insane if they just redid the Dark World dungeon theme and played that for 7 more dungeons.
Honestly, I think that it might be a decent idea. Granted, you'd be going out of order. I do think it would be neat if instead of doing just Link to the Past for the next one, you do both Between Worlds and To the Past.
I don't. So like, I'm not big on that idea, because A Link Between Worlds is informed by later games in the series as much as it is like a pseudo remake of A Link to the Past.
Yeah, I know.
I can't really talk about A Link Between Worlds without like discussing how it's like a
culmination kind of.
It's a sort of no, not a culmination at all. It's just like a sort of a knee-jerk reaction to the reception from Skyward Sword. And when I do talk about A Link Between Worlds, I would be focusing specifically on all of the ways that I think it goes too far in the other direction from Skyward Sword and over course corrects. A Link Between Worlds is a game that I really love, but it's also a game that I have a lot of qualms with, a lot of problems with. And it deserves its own video in that retrospect, because I have more to say about A Link Between Worlds than I do about A Link to the Past, specifically because it is a game that is a response to other games in the series. I hope that explains that well enough.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give you ideas.
My one real question for the night: are there any roster streams in the works at the moment? No, not right now. We meant to put up the poll and then we didn't, and then I think we all kind of realized we were going through a burnout, and so, as I said before, there's none planned at the moment. And once we can talk about it, we'll talk about it. We'll let you know right as soon as we have plans for doing another one.
We likely will be doing some in the future, but at the current moment, we are just taking a sabbatical to reevaluate and plan some other content and ideas out.
You had a real question? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. If you could have a video made at the snap of a finger and uploaded tomorrow, what would it be on? Honkai Impact 3rd. I have a special interest and I will spread the word, specifically about how it's really cool and I wish more people would play it, but I understand why people won't play it, and I will explain to people why they should play it anyway, and why a lot of the issues. That game has a really bad opening, and a lot of that comes down to a bad translation. And I'm actually working on a playthrough that I'll be uploading to my channel, A Shadow Link, of Honkai Impact 3rd to try to spread that with other people. Because I want people to experience Honkai Impact 3rd, but I can understand if you're put off by like really wonky dialogue and bad execution of a lot of things at the beginning. And that is a problem that I wish they would address, but they don't have the time to do. And there's my YouTube channel, A Shadow Link. I'll be uploading to it sometime soon. Last video on there was a long time ago. Okay, let's go to the next question. Make 11 raid that characters and give them all 11% and see if anyone falls for it? No. Okay. Oh, thank you for saying that you're one of our that we are one of your favorite gaming YouTubers. I'm glad to hear that. Is the NSO app a decent way to play Ocarina of Time? Okay, so this is complicated. So on the Switch 1, at this point, sure. A lot of issues have been fixed. The only problem with it now is input delay. On the Switch 2, for some reason, there is extreme audio desync when you play Ocarina of Time on the Switch 2. Do not play it on the Switch 2. Play it on the Switch 1, and it's alright. Although the controls do leave a lot to be desired, you're welcome to ask me what you should set up the controls to be, because they finally added button mapping to the N64, which is where they needed it most. It's so bizarre that it wasn't there when it originally came out, and the default controls were like unwieldy and garbage and not good for any game at all. You'd think they would be designed for like Super Mario 64 as a baseline, but they're not. Why is C down there? C down is like fundamentally useless in Mario 64.
Yeah, it feels fine for like some of the multiplayer games like Mario Party, but like, still, why?
Yeah, they expect you to use the control stick, the right control stick for the C buttons, and that feels terrible. And so does the holding down ZR to activate the C buttons on the face buttons. That feels terrible. But yeah, if you want to play Ocarina of Time, I recommend the N64 version, and if you only have access to the NSO version, it is now good enough to play on Switch 1. Don't play it on Switch 2. It is worse on Switch 2, and I don't know how they do it every time they release a new N64 emulator. It is disheartening, honestly, that they don't care enough to release a good way to play their old games like that. The N64 is home to some of the most beloved and acclaimed Nintendo games, and they don't care. And that's sad.
And Donkey Kong 64.
There's a few games that aren't beloved and acclaimed, but we don't need to talk about those.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about Quest 64.
All right. Link, do you play Mario? If so, what is your favorite Mario game to play? I like Mario 64. I played Mario 64. I used to try to not speedrun, but like get good at it. And there was a point in time when I was really good at it. Right now, I just have really good memory of all the levels from that time. My muscle memory for playing the game has waned over the years. It's not great anymore. Okay, I'm calling it. The poll. No, there have been no new submissions to the poll since like 10 minutes ago. I'm ending the poll. Officially, Source Gaming is an annual orangutan. The chat is an annual orangutan. Chat. I hope to see you all on the battlefield.
He has been summoned. Your curse has been activated. This was how the activation happens.
Hey guys, happy 11th anniversary. I saw an interesting tier list pinned in the SG Discord. Maybe you guys can do that short list for the stream.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't take us very long.
We did that on the Nintendo Chronicler.
Yeah.
And I played the meme noise when Kiana came up from Honkai, and I was like, Nanten, I know you said because you played it at Gamescom that you like Star Rail and you think that Star Rail would be more likely to be in Super Smash Bros. However, the Trailblazer is not a character. Please put Kiana higher than the Trailblazer. And that happened. You know, I'm paraphrasing. I said most of those words.
Dude, that stream, I need to pull that up because I genuinely do wonder how long that took us.
I watched half of that stream in the parking lot of a drugstore because I was waiting for like an hour to get my prescription. It was very funny.
That tier list took us 4 hours, by the way. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Yeah, so if you want to see random people's opinions on... I want to say at the time it was 500 characters in Smash? There you go, but be prepared, it will take a while.
More. There's apparently more now.
Yeah, be prepared, it will take you a while, and you will be forced to hear my voice. Take that.
Yeah, Jared, it's appreciated your support. When Hasbro is on the docket,
I probably would consult you because I don't know anything about Transformers, and I'd like to pick a character that's not one of the two that everyone knows because I want to be different.
I can name 4, and 2 of them
Holy
are Optimus
shit.
Prime variants.
Holy shit!
So there's my
It's
experience
Slink
there.
Puff, thoughts on Big Bowser? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Thoughts on
Look-
Big Bowser though.
Look, all I'm saying is that Bowser is a hard-working dad for all of his kids, and I think that he deserves more respect than we give him.
Oh,
Hashtag
true.
single father lifestyle.
Set down that single father grind set.
He's on the grind set, bro. He's got to keep everything in line. He's got to protect himself.
Are any of you excited for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? No, dude. I kind of don't. I don't really like kart racers in general. It's not really anything against Cross Worlds.
You can just
I
admit
don't-
that you don't like him anymore because we kept bullying you.
It's true. I don't like them anymore because they kept making me play 200cc in Mario Kart 8.
Like, okay, my stance on Cross Worlds is that I am very interested in it, but what I have seen has made me somewhat wary. And just knowing the cycle of Sega in Sonic games, I'm just gonna wait on it. It'll be $20 in about 2 months after the
We'll see. I still think it was really funny how they like came out on it was the Summer Games Fest, right? And they were like dissing Mario Kart World for not having crossplay, and it's like, crossplay with what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like I don't brown nose Nintendo or anything. I don't really give a shit about people like making fun of or like white knighting for Mario Kart World, but like that doesn't make any sense. That jab literally doesn't make sense. You can do better than that.
Yeah, like, it's the video game industry. Every company has, like, dirt you can just make quips about, and that's what you choose? Something that doesn't even make, like, cognizant sense? That's the burn? Okay.
I'm checking something real quick.
They were hoping it would have crossplay with Mario Kart Tour.
Oh, true. Checking something real quick. How much is this video game?
Crossworlds?
Is that playing on my fucking speaker? It is. Look at Steam blasting. Yeah, I guess they couldn't really comment about the price because, like, $70 is still a lot for a kart racer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. SpongeBob and Minecraft are in that game. I forgot that they even announced that. It's so weird.
I wonder if with that
And-
DLC... I know the DLC is, like, for very small children, but, like, I don't think it has an audience outside of that because, like, the characters aren't even voiced. They're kind of, like, really not very good representations. Especially SpongeBob. I don't know if Minecraft is good or bad because I didn't really see much of it. But, like, the SpongeBob character models look really bad.
Okay,
Like-
I will say this just because I'm not in the loop and I've seen people talk about it in like different spaces. The Minecraft characters, oddly enough, might have sound effects, which makes SpongeBob even weirder.
Yeah,
To me,
I
at
mean,
least.
they would have sound effects. It's just like,
No, like sound effects from Minecraft.
Yeah, from Minecraft, but that's like
Yeah,
that's
like-
sound effects.
It's still weird to me that they would like get that. I don't know.
Hmm.
Again, that's going based on hearsay. I have not been keeping track of that. I really could not care less because I have never touched Minecraft. Why would I watch that trailer?
Oh, that's true. Fun fact about Huff: he's never played Minecraft, and he chooses to keep it that way.
Same for Star Wars. Very funny.
That's not true. You have watched the Family Guy Star Wars specials, and one other thing that I don't remember.
You know, there was one other thing I genuinely do not remember. There was another thing that was Star Wars related, and I already forgot what it was. Oh, it was Spaceballs.
Oh, Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
I still find that reminded me very, very off-topic tangent, but like it's still so funny that like from what I know, the publishers kept telling Suda51 to say that the beam katana in No More Heroes was inspired by Spaceballs instead of Star Wars. I don't know why. They just really wanted it to. I would not know. They just really wanted him to say it was inspired by Spaceballs instead, even though like the game is a walking Star Wars parody. Fear of legal issues would make sense, but they're still parodying Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change the parody angle. A lot of weird things happen with Suda51 in like the development and advertising phases, so that doesn't shock me.
Yeah. But yeah, we've almost been going for an hour. I didn't expect to last longer than an hour, but if there's any last minute questions, I'll answer them, and then gonna head off because it's been a day. It's been a long day. I've been awake. Not that long, but long enough. Awake.
I agree with Awake.
Yeah, guys source with APA or MIA citation. On my college papers, I think they ask for APA, so yeah, I do that. Gotta get these goblins off my fucking screen. Orangutan stays.
I think that the only correct way to cite anything is MLA formatting. Thank you.
MLA?
Yeah, MLA.
Yeah, see, I never used it, so like, whoops.
Yeah, although I will say that if you have ever done research papers using IEEE citation formatting, terrible. Awful, never do it.
Okay.
Didn't think I'd be able to answer that question, did you? Checkmate. I went to college!
Great. Things seem to be winding up. Do you have any last minute questions, Huff?
Why haven't you watched the latest season of The King of the Hill?
I don't have Hulu, that's why.
Boy, do I got a sight for you.
Best part about your least favorite games. So like my least favorite games. Like the
Ultra Despair
soundtrack.
Girls. Ultra Despair Girls has a part where it's over, so I can destroy the disc.
Nice. The soundtrack in Tears of the Kingdom is pretty good. I like a lot of Tears of the Kingdom. It's just like a game that's hard to like for me because of the story and because of the ways that it iterates on Breath of the Wild rather than making changes.
Yeah, I don't think that, based on the discussions we have, I don't think Tears of the Kingdom would be among your least favorite, because there have been things that you played
I'm thinking of games like my brain immediately jumped to The Evil Within because I hate that game, and I'm like,
yeah,
do I like anything about that game? I think the fire mechanic in The Evil Within is neat. That's like the only thing I liked about that game. I liked the matches and how you could instantly kill an enemy by lighting them on fire. That was interesting. And I wish the combat was more based around that, because it would have been a more interesting game if it wasn't so bad outside of that. Evil Within is very Resident Evil 4, and if you like Resident Evil 4, you might like The Evil Within. I'm not a big fan of Resident Evil 4. I think that game falls off after the Village chapter.
I've seen people compare Evil Within, saying it's like, what if Resident Evil 4 was trying to be a Silent Hill game, but never actually consumed anything Silent Hill?
It's going more for psychological horror than survival horror.
Yeah, like, I think the descriptor was, it's a Resident Evil 4 if it was made by a guy that says his favorite game is Silent Hill 2, but he's never played it.
It's Resident Evil 4 made by the guy who made Resident Evil 4.
He would never make Resident Evil 4. What other, like, games do you... Is there anything you want to say about your favorite video game, No More Heroes 2?
Same shit. Soundtrack is good. That's it. Don't play No More Heroes 2. I held back in the review because I was like, I want people to support these games, but also I actually don't want you to buy No More Heroes 2. Don't bother. It's not canon anyway.
No, we got to correct something.
It's
there is
canon.
One.
It's canon.
There is one
It's
thing
unfortunately canon
that you absolutely adore about that game. New Destroy Man.
No.
No, you love how they brought him back. That's it. Not the fight.
No, I don't. No, I actually don't. I like it. I liked it when they did it the third time, because when they did it the third time, it was actually funny. But when they did it the second, when they did it in the second game, it was not funny. It wasn't funny. No More Heroes 2 is very not funny. It's a very not funny game, and that's why I don't like it. It's also a bad game. I don't like it.
I actually do like Destroy Man in that game, saying, "Wait, you're not the guy we want to fight."
I think
that's at least
that is fun. No More Heroes 2 has some funny jokes, but like it is so not interesting. It's lost in the sauce, you know.
It's such an odd game. We've had discussions on it for like
No More Heroes
ever.
2 is
So weird.
the video game made by people who were told to make a sequel to No More Heroes without involvement of the creator of No More Heroes. So
Yeah.
they basically imitated it on a surface level, and it's not as good. Most of the soundtrack for that game is just remix albums of the first No More Heroes, so like there's still that too. There are really good songs made specifically for No More Heroes 2. I like Miss Teller a lot. It's a funky beat. Hello, cool. We were about to wrap up, but if you have any questions for us as the Source gamers, you can get them in now. I'm still not wrapping up just yet. I'm thinking about my least favorite games and things that I like about them. Usually it's the soundtrack because like I'm a very musically driven person, and music is what drives me to continue doing something. Usually when I'm playing a game and I'm not liking it, sometimes there's always like a song that will get me interested in at least listening to the song.
All right, Slink, buddy. I realized the correct answer for you for this question. Okay.
What game?
DMC Devil May Cry.
No.
The Spanish dub.
You're right. The Spanish dub of DMC Devil May Cry is very enjoyable. Those actors knew what Devil May Cry was and acted Devil May Cry in DMC Devil May Cry, and it's hilarious. Spanish Dante in DMC Devil May Cry is playing original Dante, not reboot Dante. And he is like, his voice does not match the character whatsoever, and I'm here for it. He is a riot. Creeks, the question was best part about your least favorite games, and I'm thinking of what my least favorite games are, and I'm like, what's the best part about them? I hate DMC Devil May Cry, so that's a good pick. Spanish dub is correct, although I hate the music in that game. Funnily enough, I had to mute the music because it gave me a headache, and then I put on flamenco music instead to get into the mood, because the Spanish dub is European Spanish, because the game is European, and there were some killer flamenco beats. APC, who was in the chat earlier, helped me find a lot of flamenco music from video games specifically, so I wouldn't get copyright claimed. I still got copyright claimed because some Ace Combat music is in the system and got me dinged. Most average part of your most average. I don't even know how to dignify that, because like when I play a game that is like so average that it I think it's average, I actually probably dislike it. Because like the worst crime for me for a game, second to being actually unbearable, is being boring. Because like if nothing sticks out to me and I actually think a game is average, I'm probably going to think that game is like not good in the end. So to answer your question, I think the soundtrack in Shin Megami Tensei 5 is pretty okay.
Dude, it's so weird that the music in that game is like just fine, because it's SMT.
The composers for that were some of the same composers for 4, and 4 is a phenomenal soundtrack. That is a musical story being told in an album. That is incredible. SMT5's music sucks. And sucks. It sucks because it's boring. It's not bad, aside from one song which is comically out of place. It's not bad. It's just boring.
Okay, I actually do have an answer for like favorite thing of least favorite games. I know friends that have lost thousands of dollars and so basically years off their life because of League of Legends, and everything about that series is just gross to me. The lore and story in it is actually interesting. It has nothing to do with the game, because it's not fucking in it, but it's at least interesting. I'll give it that.
Funny. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. Who wins in a fight? I don't want to have this discussion. I
You
don't
don't want to have it because you know the answer.
I know the answer, and I hate the answer, but it might also be wrong, and that's why I don't want to have the discussion, because if I actually talk about this, I'm going to go insane.
Viewers went up by 2 when that question was asked.
Alright, I think it's about time to wrap it up.
It's
I
about
don't know
time
why
we
I
be
said it
hitting that
like
old
that.
dusty trail.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop open the end screen and hope that the effect that I applied works. It worked! It worked! Thank you to all of our patrons on patreon.com/sourcegaming, I think. I hope you all enjoyed this stream, and I hope you look forward to what's coming soon. I'm hoping we get our stuff done soon, and we look forward to entertaining you some more in the near future.
To
As
4 more
always.
years.
4 more years of Source Gaming. No other meaning. Do not misconstrue that. Anyway.
Oh wait, I just thought about that. Whoops.
Yeah. So have a good night, and I hope you always remember to return to the source.